Hi everyone, it's Gail. I am back with part 3 on our Making Multiple Journals series. And I have gotten all the pages in, and so I'm going to show you those. I have to have a little disclaimer at the beginning of this video. The plumber is upstairs, and so if there's an awful noise, I apologize. I think he'll be done soon, but our kitchen sink was clogged, and as you know, that is not a good thing. So, so I finished all the signatures. The other thing I've done is I've grabbed one of my baskets, and this is where I'm going to keep my journals as I work on them, because this way I can put something in this one, put something in this one, have some organization to keep myself straight. And it kind of corrals them because they're sort of falling all over the place. But look at all this lusciousness, you guys. Isn't that wonderful? So I am going to show you through one book, just to show you how the signatures ended up, because I did add a few things after I was off camera. Okay, so the first page is part of that vintage letterhead. And then I needed to do washi tape down the middle of the definition pages. They were just too brittle. They were too vintage. So we've got coffee dyed. I put doilies in all of them. This is the doily that I used in the lavender ones, and I'll show you the doilies in the Christmas ones too, because they're a little different. But I put the doilies on the plain colored paper in each journal. Then coffee dyed. Here's that half page, that railroad receipt. I put it right with those colored papers like that. And then coffee dyed. And then here's the ledger sheet, which is going to fold out. Some more coffee dyed. Here's the purple. Here is the eco dyed, which also folds out. I put the other receipt there, and then we've got the middle. So that's what the purple ones look like. Let me show you one of the Christmas ones. So really similar. It's got the white page at the beginning. I'm going to put lace on these pages. That's what I've decided that I'm going to do. So this one, again, I had to washi tape. The coffee dyed. Here are, I used big, I only had 3 of these big square doilies, so use those on that one. And then, of course, there's the Christmas paper. So where I had this receipt on the letterhead in the purple ones, I put it one page back in these because I didn't want it to cover this up. So I just moved it over one. There's the ledger, the coffee dyed, some Kool-Aid dyed. Here's the eco dyed, and then the receipt, some coffee dyed, and then the middle paper. So that's where we're at. So I have them all corralled in their happy little basket. And what we're going to do now, this portion, is we are going to do the tall traveler's notebook pockets. I do have a full tutorial video on those on my channel. It's tutorial-tn tall pockets. So if you're interested in that at all. So I've kind of started a little bit, so you wouldn't have to, I wouldn't have to show you, I mean, I wouldn't have to do some of the repetitive stuff. But first thing I did is I went to my 12 by 12 lavender collection and picked 6 papers for the 6 lavender journals. And then my Christmas journals, I didn't have, let me grab that for you. I didn't have any more gosh, which one was it? Oh, it's this one. Okay, I didn't have any more of the Christmas paper collection, So I went to find a Stamperia one that would kind of go with the Christmas collection as far as the TN pockets. So I grabbed this Shabby Rose collection and picked 3 papers that I think will coordinate well with the Christmas ones. So that was a little bit of a shuffle. I had to find some papers that would work. So did that. Okay, so the 6 papers I chose, and I've already cut 5 of them down, but I saved one so I could do it in front of you. So those are the other 5 that are going to be the pockets. So first thing I needed to do was take off the strip. Just take off this strip on the top. And then, again, I have the tutorial, but I'll give you the dimensions here. So what we want this to be is 8.5 tall and 7.5 wide. So what I always do when I'm cutting paper is whatever side is going to have the biggest leftover, that's the side I cut first, so that it's the biggest piece. So we're going to do 7.5 on this one, and then I'll just do the 8.5 height here. So see, had I cut this first, I would have had a big long strip, skinny strip like that, but as it was, I saved more paper by doing it this way, if that makes sense at all for you. So, okay, so now that is the right size. Now these Stamperia papers, they don't have any strip at the top, so you can just kind of go for it. So once again, I am going to make it so that I have the biggest leftover possible. So I'm going 7.5 by 8.5, and this is where you have to kind of look at your paper. I think I want this, so I'm going to cut off the bottom of this one. You kind of have to look at your design and decide what it is you'd like to see in your TN pocket, you know. And if we do this, I'll see a little bit of that. So that's what I'm doing there. Okay, we'll get these two done. Again, I'm going to go 7.5. This will be more or less a little craft with me because I'm just going to work on these pockets and kind of bring you guys along. I have picked out a bunch of laces and things to decorate the pockets with too. But once again, I decided I wanted a TN pocket in each of, a TN pocket, so I'm making one for each of my journals. Okay, so this one will go 7.5 here. And we will go 8.5 here. Perfect. Okay, so we should be done with our paper cutter, and now we're going to grab out the scoreboard right here. So here we go. Now what we're going to score each piece of paper. So once again, cut off all the strips. We cut all these to size. So it's like every time you do a step, you're doing all 9 pieces in that step, if that makes sense. So now we're going to score them all. We're just going to score, and get them done. So on these, what we want to score is we want to score at 1.5, and we want to turn it around and score at 2.5. And then we want to, on the bottom, do 1/2 inch. So it's right down there. Okay? So there we have it. We're going to set this up here, and we're going to do the next one. So then, like I say, when you're doing one movement for all 9, it's just going to be just way more efficient because you've got in your mind. You don't have to think, oh, what was it, 1.5 by 2.5, or whatever. You're just ready to go and score them away. You can hear my husband talking to the plumber up there. Hopefully he was able to fix it. We had both sinks just backing up like crazy last night. Like we were scared to leave it for fear it would overflow. And so, okay, we'll do 1.5, 2.5. Whoops. You have to have some semblance of coordination to be able to do pretty much anything. And sometimes mine just leaves me. Okay, so then, yeah, we'll just go. Yep. Once again, as I'm doing this, now most of the patterns have been really repetitious, but like on this one, I'm kind of looking at it, and I think I want the 1.5 here and the 2.5 on this side because I want this pretty flower to show. And 2.5 and 1/2 inch. One and a half, 2.5, and 1/2. Helps to make sure it's straight too. Ever so helpful. And makes your pocket turn out a lot straighter if you make sure your papers are lined up. Well, nope, not one more, 2 more. Okay. 1.5. 2.5. And 1/2 on the bottom. All right, can you hear them banging around up there? Because they are. Let's see, I am going to do this 1.5 right here, and the 2.5 right here, and 1/2. So we should be done with our scoreboard. So now we can put that away. It also, by doing these steps kind of one at a time like this, it also helps you keep your area neater because you don't have everything out at once, You've actually just got what you need at the time, So I'm just folding these. I am going to grab my other bone folder. Uh-oh. They're making a big noise up there. I hope it's not disturbing the video. I am going to fold these with the bone folder on the edge just to make sure that the fold is very crisp on them. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold them all, and then we're going to go back and cut, and then after we cut, we're going to glue. So once again, doing each part separately and for all 9. It sounds like they're using my garbage disposal. I'm keeping you updated on the plumber's progress here. I was gonna wait to do the video, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, he's taking forever and I want to work. So okay. he's using the snake again. He was using that, you know, the snake to snake out the drain. We apparently have a big clog, which is so weird to me because we never put anything of bulk in our garbage disposal because it just doesn't work that great. So, you know, we throw things away in the garbage, and then, you know, it's just the tiniest little things that go down the garbage disposal, but apparently it was enough to clog things up. Our house is old too, so who knows how many years of guck is there. So, am I making you sick yet? Just babbling away about the plumbing. Oh, goodness. It's nice, this Stamperia paper and the Prima paper are so thick. You know, they're just thick, and so you can really kind of go for it without being too gentle or too precious, as Crafty Irina would say. She's so cute. I miss her videos so much, don't you guys? Anyway, I always thought it was cute when she'd say, you don't have to be too precious about it. Okay, and lickety split. Everything's scored, everything's folded. I mean, really, the part that will take the longest in this process is the decorating. Okay, now that those are all folded and ready to go, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to punch a hole here in the middle of the envelope, just a half circle hole like so. That's just going to make it easier to get in the pocket, you know. So, okay, so let's do that on all of them. And I'm going to save all these little half circles because they're pretty, and also I can use them in clusters, you know. So be cute. Oops, just drop that one. Okay, we'll let it go. Pick it up later. Man, that was one tough clog, because they are just working on it up there. I hope it's not too distracting for you, and I hope I'm talking loud enough so that you can hear me over the top of them. Maybe it's louder to me than it is to you, I'm hoping. It's crazy how much paper you use doing this, really. I was thinking to myself, though, good for you, gal. You're using up some of your papers. I do love them. Ah, there we go. They must be at least done with that part. Okay, so I'm going to put these in my scrap bin for clusters later on. And now we're going to go through and we're going to cut. You're going to cut this side to the fold. I'm going to cut this side to the fold. And then I just cut the middle section at an angle, like so. Like that. And so you're left with that. And so then when we fold it up, see, it'll be nice and neat. Okay, so we're just going to go through and cut them all. Am I making the point yet that we're doing multiples, and so we're doing the same thing over and over? Once again, I hope this isn't boring for you guys to watch, but I mean, it's one thing to tell you to do each step 9 times, but it's another to show you, and I think it's just a little more powerful always. I'm a visual learner though, so that would be me. And once again, you're just doing the same thing over and over, so it makes it kind of quick to do. Gosh, I hope my wood floors upstairs are surviving. It sounds like it's quite the process up there. Yeah, I told my husband if he needed me to come get me, but why he would need me for dealing with a plumber, I do not know. So these are kind of cute little snippets too. I think I might keep those as well. You know, these papers are just so pretty that it's like, and you know, paper's expensive, so you kind of just want to get as much good out of each sheet as you possibly can. Okay. I'm gonna have to watch this video back and see if it's like totally annoying to hear what's going on upstairs. Sometimes though I talk about my husband walking around up there and you guys can't hear it, so maybe I'll get lucky and you won't be able to hear this too much either. Okay, so we're down to the 3 Christmas ones, and I go slightly, when I cut to the middle, I go slightly above the fold, and I find that that just folds in easier rather than cutting like right on the fold. I just go a little above it, just slightly. Okay, I'm excited. We're going to glue these babies and then we're going to get to decorate. And okay, now that step is done on all of them. Excuse me, no itchy nose. Okay, I'm going to put these in my scrap bin too because I think I might use those. All right, so now I am going to grab my Fast Grab glue. I like my Aleene's Fast Grab tacky glue for this particular project. Let me get rid of the circle. Don't need that anymore. All right. So now we're going to glue these babies. So what I like to do is I like to get the top off the glue. Gee, it's really stuck on there. There we go. Okay, so what I like to do is put just a thin bead along the edge here, and then another thin bead on the inside edge of the other flap. And that way you've kind of got 2 lines of glue on the center. So you're not going to catch up on anything on the inside. And then I'm just going to do the edges of that. And we've got one down. Yay, I love these. They're so cute. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to set those up here as they're done. And so we're going to go here. And we're going to go here. Hold them down. I kind of just press on them a little bit while I'm getting the bottom glued. There we go. Oh my gosh, super cute, right? Okay. We're gonna glue the flap. Gosh, that poor plumber, he's probably thinking, oh my goodness, these people really had a clog. But, you know, the kitchen sink is a tough one because, oh, I love that one, is a tough one because, I mean, without the kitchen sink, you can't really do the dishes. I was thinking I could do them in the bathroom sink, I guess, if the plumber couldn't have come, but happily he came, and today's Friday, so I definitely wanted to have him come before the weekend when it would cost double. Okay. Oops, see, that one was a little bit, I left that a little long, and so it's not folding up quite as lovely as I would like it to. I think I can make it work, but that's why I tend to go a little short with those. That actually turned out prettier than I thought it was going to. I like that one too. Okay, so I've got my 3 Christmas ones, and we're getting these done. And then when we get to the decorating part, I will grab my Fabri-Tac because I'm going to put laces and things on them. Okay. Oh, blessedly quiet. Whatever's going on upstairs has taken a moment's rest. Okay. I really kind of wanted to catch up on my viewing of The Voice this afternoon, but I don't know. I just had to go to the mail for my Etsy orders, and then I did part 2, and then I was like, oh, I just want to keep working, so I'm going to do part 3 too. Gosh, I hope we have pipes left by the time he gets done. It doesn't sound good up there. Jeez. I don't know. When I'm watching videos, I don't mind hearing some of the noises of life. I was watching one of Diane H's videos last night before I fell asleep, and I could hear the traffic outside her house. You'll never hear that here because I am in the basement, and so unless I were to do a video on the dining room table or something, I suppose that could happen at some point. I did that long ago. I used to do my videos upstairs, but now I just perpetually have my camera set up, my tripod and stuff. I use my phone to film, but I just always have it set up because I'm always like, well, I'm going to do this or that. I think I'll turn it on and do a craft with me or whatever. Okay, guys, last one to glue. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so, and this one's glued. So, as you can see, the backs of these are pleasant, and so really, if you wanted, you could, you know, have this as a floating pocket, or you can adhere it down, whichever, you know, whichever makes you happy. So there's our envelopes. They're all made. So there we go. So I am going to get rid of the bone folder, get rid of this glue, and grab my Fabri-Tac and the laces that I got out that I thought I might like to use. Holy cow, it sounds like my house is going to fall down. Oh gosh, excuse me, I had to. Okay, so I got some laces. I don't know exactly what's going to go on what at this point. Let's leave this on its side. So now what I would do at this point generally is ink them all. I'm not going to do that just because I don't want you to have to sit there and watch me ink nine pockets. So, but I will do one so that, just so you see what I would be doing. Find my ink. Okay, so we'll just do this one, and I'll just show you that I go around the little hole, and then I'm not going to do the backs because I am going to and then I go in there like that. I'm going to adhere mine down. I want to put index card with lace on top in the pocket, so I'll adhere it down like this and put that in there. But so what I do is the sides, this little part, and then a little bit in there. Okay, so but I can do it after embellishing these, and the embellishing part's going to be the fun part to watch. So okay, so and we have a half hour to do that, so that's exciting. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of set these out and see what might pop into my eye. I was thinking about this one for this one. I think that's what I might do there. I had this little snippet and I thought it might go, ooh, love it. It'll go with that one. That'll be good. Not that just that is the only thing, but maybe I have this beautiful, let me put this up to the camera. Isn't that pretty? So I was thinking about it maybe for this one. Is that too plain? Ooh, I kind of like it on with the butterflies. Yep, I like that. Okay. And then, see what else. I have this pink that I was thinking maybe, geez, that's pretty on that, isn't it? I wonder if I did that, and I've got this little pink right here. If I went down the middle like that. I like it. I feel like this pink isn't showing up as much as I'd like it to. I don't know. Also have this. I don't know if it's too stark. Yeah, I feel like it's too stark. I don't love that, so we'll put that one aside. Not use that. What if I use the green going this way? The green and this pink, maybe? Nope, I don't like that. I like the pink better. Okay, well, you know, as my friend Diane says, sometimes you just have to audition things and see what's going to make you happy. I mean, that is really subtle. That part's kind of pretty about it. Yeah, I think that'll be just fine on that one. Okay, had this really fancy thing. I was thinking might be kind of fun. That's pretty, isn't it? Okay, and then I brought out this purple too. I didn't know, since this is one for the lavender book, but it's really a lot of pink. I was thinking about maybe that and maybe this. These are wonderful Happy Mail gifts that I have going on here. Oh, that's super cute. Yep, that's what we're going to do on that one, is these two. And I'm just stacking them up, and then I'll just work on them one at a time and get them done. I had some of this left, and I thought it was about the right size, which it is. Ooh. What do you think of that one? That one's kind of pretty, isn't it? Maybe we should do this. Uh-oh, my husband's coming down. I wonder if the plumber, there was something. Do you need me, honey? No. Okay, thank you. Nope, he doesn't need me. Yeah, that looks so pretty. That's almost like wedding-y looking, but I love it. Okay, we'll do that one on there. Then I was wondering about this little one on here. Just delicate, isn't it? Yep. Yeah, I like that on there. Okay. And then this one, I'm wondering about this piece of lace. Just wondering about maybe just putting 4 of those kind of down the middle. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Or maybe just 3. So, because I really want that to show. Okay, let's do that. All right, where's my scissors? I buried them. Okay, so let's just do 3. And we can put both these up, I think. And cleaning up later. Okay, so let's get these things done. You know what? As I said, I wasn't going to ink this, but I think I want to ink this one just because I want to see what that white lace looks like with it distressed some, just to make sure I like it okay. Okay. We'll keep that at the ready just in case, but this one's going to be pretty straightforward if I can decide which side's the right side. I think it's this side. And I think I'm just going to go kind of right down the center like that with that. Okay, I like that. All right, let's get to gluing. Okay, I think I'm going to glue it on the lace because it's kind of hard to know on the pocket where it's going to go. Okay. Okay, let's put our lid back on here. Okay, and I want to go right about there, maybe up a bit. Okay, that's pretty. I don't know. I might decide to do something in the middle of each one of those. Let me grab. Where is? Do I want like a little one of those in each one? I think I do. Like just a little something in the middle there to give it a little more personality. And this one. Yep, I think so. Guess I better keep this guy over there. I keep going back to it all the time. Okay, so we're going to put those on, and that one will be done. Just kind of poke those right in the middle of those little squares. I think that'll be cute. Yep. Yeah, that just gave it a little extra pop. Maybe I can lift this up to you so you can see. Cute, right? Okay. Okay, so we're going to put that one up there to dry. Let's do this one because it'll be a fairly quick one. Just going to go right down the middle there. Once again, I lied, and I'm going to actually, I won't do the sides, I'll just do I'll do them, the sides of them all together. Or not, I don't know. Let's just do it. I just didn't want to do like 9 of them in a row. That would be boring for you, but that's what I would have done if I was just working on my own without you guys. So, okay, so let's put this on there. I think I'm gonna cut it right down the middle of this so I can use this little snippet in something. Goes into the snippet jar. Okay, I'm gonna go straight. Yeah, I think I'll go from the bottom up on this one. So it ends at about there. Okay, that one's done. That's pretty. It's really fun. I'll hold it up. Yep. Just gives it some nice texture, doesn't it? Okay, so put that one up here. I can get rid of this lace that we didn't use. All right, so this one then. I was thinking if I chop it right here. That's perfect. And I'm just going to go right down the, I'm going to distress it, and then I'm going to go right down the middle. The thing is right here would be really hard to distress once you've got the trim put on it. So just take a minute and do it. And I mean, that was pretty before, but doesn't the vintage photo just frame it out so nicely? I think it does. Okay, so we're just going to go all the way down the middle. And pop those on. Just like that. Gosh, the paper's really the star of the show on these couple, isn't it? So there's that one. Super cute. And probably what I'm going to do with these, I'm thinking, is probably just fill them with some coffee dyed paper. You know, always good to have extra coffee dyed paper. Trying to decide where that, I think I'm going to do the whole thing like that. And then I'll cut out. Is there going to be enough room to, yeah, I think so. Okay. Talking to myself again. Let's just do this right here. Okay. And we're done with that one. Now this one's going to be a little tricky because I want to go around this, so I'm not going to worry about distressing this one because I want to go around there, and then I'm going to go all the way down and all the way down and in the middle. Okay, so if I line up the bottom and get this lined up to the two sides. I'm going to have to cut that part out after it dries, so I don't want to mess with it at this very moment. But okay, and then we're going to use some of this pretty stuff. So pretty. And just put it down the middle. So it's like right in the middle of this flower is where we need to cut. And put that over there. Okay, let's get the glue onto there. It was bubbling out, of course. It bubbles out, and then it's got a big bubble, and it doesn't, and the glue doesn't come out when I want it to. Yeah, pretty much getting ready for a new bottle. But then it kind of seems to keep coming out forever about the time you say that. Okay, I think that should stay. Let's get the cap on. Having trouble getting hold of it. Okay, so I'm just going to go in the middle of the purple and up. Okay, a couple of edges here that need to stick down. This was kind of curled was the problem. Okay. Okay. I really like that one too. Isn't that pretty? That trim. Okay. I'm going to set it over here on this side to dry because it's really goopy. I've got glue all over my mat here. Let's get some of that off of there so it doesn't stick on the back of one of my pockets. Okay. Yep, no way to do this neatly, I swear. Okay, so where do we want to cut this guy? I do like him right there. I'm going to cut off this tiny bit. I think I might cut right here. And I've got more to use on something else. And just kind of have it go up that way. In which case, we're going to ink. Sounds like the plumber's gone. I think that's why my husband came down, was to tell me what was going on. But as soon as I finish this video, I can find out what the scoop is. I hope it's just that he got it fixed and that we don't have to replace something or something like that, you know? Yeah, I think I'm just, yeah, I like it there. Okay, forgot to put this on its side, so it might take a minute. That's pretty good. And we're going to kind of line it up on the bottom. It's pretty. Fun. Yay! Okay, let's see what's next. We were going to do just do this ribbon down the way with this guy. And I am going to cut this, and then I'm going to have to trim around the top. So let's ink this. Okay, and then on the inside too. Okay, perfect. People have been asking me, so I think I've told most everyone, I got these little sponges in the makeup department of Target. So if you're thinking, where'd you get that sponge? That's where I got it. Yeah, and I've really liked it. I mean, it does a little bit of the whole leaving of crumbs thing, but nowhere near what the Tim Holtz ones do. Sorry, Tim. I love you, but yeah, they I mean, that one's lasted a long time. Much longer than my little Tim Holtz sponges have lasted. So I'm really happy with it. And I had a few awesome subbies that sent me some that they had found online, and so great because I have some different colors too that I can work with. Okay, this one is I'm gonna have to trim the top of this one too with my tiny scissors, but that is pretty. Look at that. Yeah, fun. Okay, so there is that one. Now this one, we were gonna do two laces, weren't we? So we're gonna do this one down the middle. Again, I could probably go from the top. I do kind of like it better from the top. Okay. And once again, I'm just gonna go straight down from, well, do around this guy. So I don't have to ink this one ahead of time. Okay. And we'll start once again at the bottom. And then sort of lay this so that it gets over into the glue. Okay. And then this is going to be interesting to glue down, but it's really pretty. I like it. So we're going to just go from the top. Okay, right there at that little cross. Okay. And looking at the sides, I think it's this way. Trying to think of the best way to do this, I guess. Guess I'll just go down the lace. Sometimes you gotta do it. I don't like to because it really gets glue all over your fingers, but there is some glue coming up from putting the other piece on too, so hopefully that'll grab the middle parts of this. Ugh. Glue goobers. Need to straighten that a bit. So there is that one. I'm going to let that dry, and again, I will ink that afterwards. Then this one, we were going to just put this gorgeous lace on it. I'm just going to go right there. I'm going to have to trim that a bit around the circle again. On this one though, I do think I'm going to ink it a bit because it's going to be hard to get around that. Okay. This, yeah, that's going to be pretty. Just like that. I might run something up the very center of that though, as I'm looking at it. Okay. And we'll go around the edges of the pocket with ink afterwards, but yeah, it's pretty. I like that. Forgot to show you this one close up, I think, and then this one, and I think I'm going to run rhinestones down that. That just seems to be asking for that to me. Okay, this one's already inked. That's awesome. And I just thought this really see-through lace might be kind of fun on there. Yeah, I do like that. So we are going to go, try not to lose the pin in my carpet here. Okay. Again, I'll go right there. And right here. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty too. Really like that too. Okay, I'm going to quick grab my rhinestones and we're going to do that. I want my black ones. So we're going to go from here down. I'm going to call it right there. And then I'm just going to do one row of them. Just as a little added something. As I look at these, we may add something else to some of them. I don't know, but for the most part, I think they are just about done. Okay. Yeah. I think it just needed a little something extra there. So that is perfect. So yeah, don't you think? Okay, so now I'm gonna do this, and hopefully you guys will kind of be able to see, but then I'll just go back in and I'll just trim really carefully around the circle in order to get that lace off once it's all nice and dry and it's not going anywhere. So so you can see how then that just cleans that up a little bit. And do this one, which has, we've glued the pocket shut. Wasn't so much the lace as it was the that embroidered ribbon that was causing the trouble there. Okay. Okay, cool. And then the only other one, so that needs to be inked, and that needs to be inked, and that needs to be inked. And then this one, we're just gonna kind of cut off those little bits there. Okay, so there we go. This one needs a little trim too. Uh-oh, I hear voices again. I wonder if the plumber's back. Oh my gosh. I wonder if he had to go get some pipes or something. I'm gonna have to go check it out. Okay, guys, so the only thing left on our tall TNs is to ink up these 4, but these are all done. So we have one more thing done, and what I'm gonna do now is I'll put these ones aside a little bit, but what I'm gonna do is grab my TNs here, and what I'll do until I decide where I want them is I am just gonna slip them in the back of the notebooks like so. And maybe this one in here. And then, see, then these two are Christmas ones. So which ones do they go into the best? That one and that one. I'm going to put this one in the dare one. And this one and this one. And then we'll put the one in here after we get the inking done. So that's how I'm going to keep organized, just as I do something. If I don't know exactly where I want to put it in the books yet, I'll just stick it in there and wait. So hope this one was helpful too, and we will just see you back for part 4. Bye everyone.